Welcome. Fukuoka Fat Guys, episode 117. Oh, man.
I really didn't think we were going to get to this episode today, but...
Yeah, I was surprised when I messaged you today. It was like, it sounded like we couldn't do it. And then you're like, so you coming over? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Were you busy today, or is it just because you were with the baby or what?
Yeah, I had Hannah, so...
Yeah. Either way, yeah, this is our last episode of the year. So... I told you we'd do it. But, yeah, how you doing?
Not bad. Just same old shit. It's Groundhog's Day every day. So.
Yeah, and so, yeah, this is going to be our New Year's episode. We just had a nice day after Christmas dinner on Sunday here. Grace went above and beyond with the food. Laura came and brought her 1 year rum cake and all that stuff. So
literally soaking for 1 year.
Yeah. Fucking shit was hella good. Yeah, everybody. We had a lot of people come through. It was really, really nice. So yeah, we're gonna go through our year in review, I guess, and keep this one nice and short. Have everyone have a fun and drunk New Year while being safe from Omicron. But yeah, so what's new with you this week? Any workout and stuff?
I just checked out another gym recently just to see what it was like. It was pretty good. I had a good time. Just one training session. It was interesting. Short, sweet, just messing around.
What was the name of the gym?
Arnold LA Gym. Yeah. I'll post the video in a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna post a bit. What made you want to go there? I mean, we've seen it.
I every time I pass by, I just wanted to see what it's like in there and stuff. And there was like a trial that came up, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. And I went, and I liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty far away though, right? How long did it take you to get there?
About 20 minutes
by motorcycle, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, we'll have a short vid about that. It had some pretty cool looking equipment that I've never seen before. What was the one you were digging? The
hoist.
The hoist. But yeah, it looked pretty cool. So look out for that. We'll have that up in a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah, how was this year for you though?
Oh, let's go into it. So this year, let's see. At the beginning of the year, it was very interesting in both fitness and just life. I was still using dating apps. I think I had just done like a 3-month stint, and then after that I did my last 6-month stint. So fitness wise, it was really good the first 80%. This last month and a half, it's been kind of slowing down, which I'm not going to be mad about. I mean, I lost 19 kilos. I hit the gym more regularly. I changed companies. I started working on my diet more. I didn't do as much cardio as I wanted to, but pretty much the big things I wanted to do this year I did. I lost a bit of weight. Of course, I still got a long way to go. Got a girl. God, Lord knows I worked fucking hard for that. But yeah, it just takes me back because literally around January, I was like falling for the tall girl who later we were in the middle of quarantine, and that caused us to lose touch. And then we had like 2 dates within like 3 months, and yeah, that shit went south. And then I had a whole bunch of shit in between. So no, I'm content with this year. You know, of course it could always be better, but by far this is probably one of the best years I've had within trying to reach my goal of my New Year's resolution. What about you? How was this year for you? What were even your New Year's resolutions? Mine was,
I don't really make them. Yeah. So yeah, a good Aaron, he asked me, what are your New Year's resolutions for this year? I'm like, I never really make them. So yeah, I just don't do them. So
I love doing them. It gives you. It's kind of it's something to focus on, and it's fun to see how long many people will stick with them. Especially in the States, like what's the number one New Year's resolution? I'm going to lose some weight this year. And in January, everybody signed up for the gym, and in February, everybody's canceling their new membership.
Or just keeping their membership and not going. So,
well, instead of looking at what your New Year's resolution was, what did you accomplish this year then? How about that?
This year was my first year really trying to be a really good dad for Hannah. So it was interesting. I mean, I still mess up all the time. It's a really hard. I think it's the hardest thing I've ever done. Really, is try to be a good father. I noticed that she copies what I do, so I just gotta, just not like say what I have to do, but just like by example lead, and hopefully she will turn out pretty good. And as far as work wise, I started a job, and it's been a little bit difficult. It's a little bit of transition and stuff. It's like a whole lot more responsibility than I'm used to, but it's pretty good. I'm getting used to it, but I don't know. Like I was listening to a podcast, Derek from More Plates, More Dates. He interviewed Dan Bilzerian. So, and they're just talking about like how he was like visiting his friend, the people that sponsor his supplements or who are the brand ambassadors, and like they're like 20, 21, and they make what $50,000-$60,000 a month. So,
Jesus Christ!
And he was just like trying to like tell them, because when they were that age, like they had to struggle and stuff, and it kind of desensitizes you to have that kind of success so early on, in your life. So I'm glad to say that I've never been successful. So our YouTube channel has 20 subscribers or so we don't even have to worry about monetizing or whatever. we'll probably never monetize our
I don't know. Stop with the negativity. We will. We'll get more videos out. Like, I don't know how can you work out so hard and then be so negative with stuff like this. Like, we gotta get our shit together. It's we need to put out more stuff. We gotta do more. It's just life. It's new for us. Like this, it's not like, hey, we'll just start making vids tomorrow. Like, we got to think what people want to see. We got to learn how to edit them, write scripts. Do we write a script? Do we not write a script? So,
yeah, I have all these ideas, and then just like, oh, it's a pain in the ass to film it. I'm like, fuck it.
You don't know how, right? Like, same. So, like, I
just don't like filming as much. It's not fun. Like,
you like pictures, not filming, right? Like,
no, I mean, just like, I don't like taking out the camera. I don't like disrupting my flow. Like, I just want to, like, I just noticed, like, even trying to film just the gym when I was there, it's like, oh, just took away from my joy of working out, So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think
I don't know if this is the right career field.
Yo, like, if it's kind of a, what do they call it, a catch-22. Like, if we got paid to do this, we would put more money and energy into it, but we can't do that. We're not going to put more money and energy into it, or we're not going to put more time into it until we get paid. So it's like, you can't, you're not going to do one without the other. And it's
I don't know. Most people who actually are pretty successful with their YouTube is like, they didn't do it because they wanted to make money, though. They just did it because it was fun for them. Like, they really enjoyed that. They like vlogging and doing stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think you're also like very peculiar with the quality and everything. Because like when you see like some of the people who are really big that we watch, some of the other fitness guys, their videos are kind of ghetto, or the sound's pretty bad, or things like stuff. Like, if you look at our first episode that we were bad at, like, and these people already got like millions of views. So it's like, I think we just need to, keep it up, and we'll find our thing. I mean, a lot of the people I watch, it took them 3 years, 4 years. So I don't know. I'm enjoying it, so I don't mind. I enjoy talking to the same 50 people who listen to us. Like, it makes me happy to hear from everybody. And I mean, because of this podcast, I've gotten a lot closer to people I've known for years out here.
That's good.
And that's probably, I mean, shit, you too, right? People who are coming around now and stuff and hitting you up, like, that come to the dinners and stuff. Like, it was like, I felt like this was their way into, like, having something to say to us and, keep in touch. So, I don't know. At least that's how I feel. But what about your fitness journey this year? I think that's a pretty big thing you did in like a matter of months. Like, it wasn't a resolute New Year's resolution. It was like my birthday resolution. But I mean, you still made the change, right?
Yeah, but like net wise, I think I've lost 7 kilograms. I think, yeah, so far. So,
what do you mean?
Just from that day, like, so I think on your birthday I was 99 or 105 or some number like that, and now I'm at 100. So yeah, so 5 kilograms like from then to now. So,
but I mean, you made the change. You got your likes on Reddit, and the way you look now is better than you looked when you were, at 105 on my birthday last year, right? I would say
I don't know.
Lasting effect.
I think I'd look pretty much the same though.
People go look at his old photos from last year and tell him, because if I say it, he won't believe it. But I think it's a big change. But it's either way, it's an impressive feat. I mean,
it was fun though. Yeah, it was a interesting journey. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not something you don't want to do it the same way if you do it next year, right?
What do you mean?
Like how you just went for quick and hard and not sustainable?
I didn't do it that way this time. I just took my time. Like it was literally through Carbon, the app, Lane Norton's app. I shot for 1 pound a week or so, which is like roughly half a kilo every week. So 500 grams or something like that. And just week by week from March till September, I hit from 105 to like 80 or so, 80 kilograms, 81 kilograms. So, and that was the leanest I was for a long time.
But you were saying that you didn't think I should do it the same way, right? You said when we were talking about it last time, you wanted to focus on readjusting the metabolism and things like that. So that's what I mean.
You were in a different place where I was like, you were the part that's hard is if you're eating only 1,200, 1,500 and you're not losing weight, you're really in no place to actually start a diet. You need to get your metabolism a little more inefficient and to a place where you're actually going to be able to cut slowly. Because after a while, you're going to have to drop your calories, 500 calories at a time, or 200, 250, or you'd have to do a crazy amount of cardio and stuff like that. And I don't even recommend people do cardio until like they're at the end, So you don't need to do cardio, just walk, like 10 minutes after your meals. And then that's way more than enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For next year, I'm wanting to try keto for the first time properly. I want to, I know I'm going to have to macro out everything and like be really, really strict with what I eat. I think the biggest surprise is that I have to keep the carbohydrates under 20 grams. So that's going to be a bitch out here, I think. Like,
no, you just mainly eat meat.
Yeah, I mean, well, that, but like anything social or like going out on a date now or something like that, or, when my girl comes over.
Oh, yeah. You just have to eat. You just eat meat. Yeah. You go out and I'll get a steak.
I mean, but it's never that easy. Like dating out here, especially, they're like, why aren't you eating out? Oh, I got to eat the cake by myself or blah, blah. That's going to be, a little hurdle. That always is.
That's basically why I don't think it's possible. Like it's super hard to do a diet where you can't live normally though. It's really, really difficult and stuff. So,
well, I mean, I just want to try it. I don't like maybe a couple months if that's even feasible.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could do it. I mean,
and then see how that goes.
I mean, there's a big argument in the fact that people say that you burn more fat compared to a regular diet. You know, that's what the appeal is. Mm-hmm. Percentage wise, you burn more fat than you do,
or you burn it more efficiently. I've heard that's the stuff they like to say online a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, we can go into the science later, but it's.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the things that make it like sound appealing. The reason I had thought about trying it, I was watching the Dr. Eric Berg again, and he was the guy
the lemon water guy.
Lemon water, and he brought up 2 videos. One was about keto, and one was about burning calories versus burning fat calories, and it was smart because the calorie versus fat calories led into his keto video. And basically it was saying stuff we know. You use carbohydrates for energy. When you burn calories, that's what you're using. And we have like so many fat calories in our body that we need to burn to lose weight. And so I was like, this would be an interesting experiment to try.
Yeah, you should just give it a try and then see how it works out and post it on the Instagram and see.
Yeah. So I gotta. That was one of the things I wanted to do. I want to, even though you said we don't need it, I want to get back to doing more cardio. Like, I do a lot of walking and stuff. But I have this wonderful bike that I haven't ridden in the past year. So
yeah, I mean, if you like cardio, shit, knock yourself out. But if you're doing cardio just to lose weight, it's not a good idea. Like,
I like it in the fact it was weird because like when I was young. Fucking hated it. I hated running like a fucking plague, and but I could do it, and I learned, when I played soccer. But it was when I came out here, and I started running on the treadmill, and you get that like refreshed feeling at the end, like when you push yourself so hard and you're like catching your breath. Like I love that feeling. I like the feeling of working out and having like a good sweat afterwards. Like. I know sweat doesn't equal effort, but it feels really good when I felt like I've worked up a really good sweat lifting weights and stuff. So like, that's why I want to get back into cardio.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from. But I read a really interesting quote today on T Nation, and it's exactly like what I was, this whole thing is really about. Says, let's see. The harder you work out, the more days you need between sessions to recover. The harder you work out, the more days you need between sessions to recover. If you decide whether you're addicted to training or addicted to building muscle, those 2 addictions are at odds with each other. So just gotta figure it out. So do you like training or do you like results? So
I've never. Probably results then.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people think that the harder you train, the
better results
you're gonna get. But there comes a time where you can hit a wall. So you gotta actually structure your programming and then do things appropriately for your level and stuff. Like, you can't just plug in a Mr. Olympia routine and then go for it. Like,
fuck. I mean, just what those fuckers eat.
Well, not just that, the amount of drugs they take too. So
yeah. So I want to try the keto diet. I want to try to up my cardio a bit up my cardio just in general. And
so how are you going to, like, what kind of cardio do you want to do?
I figure like if I just want to go for now, bike ride, it's something I can do. I can do it without a mask.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, Matt, Eric, let's, I'm throwing this out there. Tucker wants to go for a ride, so
we're gonna cross country with those fools. Like,
no, we're just gonna go for a short 20-kilometer ride. So, we're gonna go for a ride. I'll set the date, and then we will go.
I was thinking like 20-30 minutes on like flat ground around my house. These fools ride like city to city. God, the last time I saw Eric, like him and Andre.
Yeah, Andre loves to ride. So
they came 50 kilometers. They did like a 2-day ride. Like, where did they?
No, it's about 100 kilometers or so.
Jesus Christ. And what's that in miles? Like 70 miles or something?
Yeah, about there.
Jesus, yeah. See, I'm gonna work my way up to that.
Oh no, we're not gonna go hard. We're just gonna go for about an hour 20 minutes for a ride and stuff.
Oh God, like you guys. I mean, I'd like that. That would be the one thing I would like to do. Like when I'm thinking of like riding my bike, I want to go with everyone. I want to.
It's super fun. Just if you wanna just ride, it's fun, because it's like you see things you don't normally see in a car, and there's something that happens when you're using your own power to get somewhere. So like I don't like public transportation, so I bike from city to city in Japan. Like literally, like I bike to Yamaguchi sometimes and stuff.
How far would that be for people who don't live here?
So basically 170 kilometers or so, like over 100 miles and stuff. So
oh Jesus Christ.
When I lived in the country, to come to the city, I'd have to bicycle probably about 30 miles one way. So I do it every day for work and stuff. So
rain, snow, shine.
Yep, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I mean, I enjoy it and stuff. So, but I was still fat. So
I mean, when you're talking about your 30,000 calorie diet, after you do all that hard work, I think it's a good wash right there. But no. Yeah, I think that's the same way I felt like just about regular cardio, like just doing something with your own energy and saying like, wow, I went from this point to this point. And I don't know, it's a feeling of accomplishment at the same time as it feels good.
Yeah, I think for me, if I'm going to do any sort of like those kind of things, I would like to do sled pulls, sled pushes, farmer's carries, stuff like that, like short duration, get my heart rate moving, do a little bit of like stabilization work, incorporate some bike rides, those kinds of things. Just more general, like general fitness would probably be a good idea,
Well, we can add that one for both of ours next year, even though you don't do the resolutions. The last one, the one we've talked about probably a lot on this podcast, is the cold shower thing. We were watching a video, and we've talked about it a bunch, so I won't dive deep into it. But I want to see 2 weeks of doing it. Now, what I found interesting is that, the guy we were watching, Dr. Eric Berg, he was talking about just taking a shower at home. But Carl was mentioning, people don't know that to get the true benefits, the water at your house is not cold enough, even in the winter right now. Correct?
Well, our winter's not that cold. That's
our
why.
winter,
So,
yeah.
What our pipes don't freeze and stuff like that. We're not we're not near even zero yet. We're I think Fahrenheit we're up 20 or 35 or so.
So even then, I want to just ease into it. And the guy was talking about 30 seconds here the first day to a minute.
Yeah, just
goal is 5 to 10 minutes, but it has positive effects on your immune system. It says your emotion. What was the word I'm looking for?
Stability.
He said that it'll take you out of depression, which I don't know if it's that easy, but and then of course.
Well, if he's talking about how it triggers adrenaline and dopamine and stuff like that,
what is it called? Noradrenaline.
Noradrenaline, yeah.
So I don't know. I figured these will be interesting things to see.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything. You have a shower. All you gotta do is get in it.
And breathing. Breathing was the one thing he didn't mention that you were mentioning. A lot of us, when we get the cold water, tense up. Start hyperventilating.
Yeah, dude. Even for me though, I can handle my front, but my back, my lower back, when the water hits that first, if I'm not really relaxed, I tighten up. So I have to try. So
when it hits my front and it drips down, I'm like, ooh, that's it. Sound like
I just grab the shower head and just from the top, just freaking. It's 3 minutes.
That's why I wish I had a cold bath, because you just jump in, you could, and you just sit there for a second and you calm down and then you're good to go. But having to do piece by piece, when your back is used to it, you're like, fuck, now
you gotta move. You gotta move, yeah.
Oh, God, you have to.
Dude, the cold is super interesting. They have this thing called the cool mitt and stuff like that. And just by modulating your core temperature by putting your hands in a glove, they tried it out with the San Francisco 49ers. And the person did for his regular workout, he did like, let's say, I think it was like 70 dips, right? But then, like, by using the thing, he 6 times the amount of work he could do.
Fuck, 6 times?
Yeah, and then and it stayed. So the next workout, he adapted, and he was able to. It wasn't just because he was using the glove. It for some reason modulating your core temperature. Like, if I'll put a link to the video. Super interesting. Andrew Huberman is a genius. So I mean, just check that video out. Mark Bell's Power Project. Really, really good stuff. So.
Yeah, all right.
The cold is really interesting, man. Like hot, cold, all that therapy, and
our bodies react the opposite to the external thing too.
Well,
like
yeah, because what it is you're adding a little bit of stress to your body, right? Same as what exercise is. So, like, when you train, you're giving your body a little bit of stress and hoping that your body will recover and adapt, right? So, your immune system does that with the cold and with the hot. So. You need both, you know. So
I'm gonna come in next year with a fucking flu and shit. It doesn't work. I was lied to. I don't know. It's excited. I don't know. I want to experiment a little more. This
should be interesting. Just next episode, just let us know how it goes. You know, you're probably gonna try it today or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm fucking nervous. I'm like, all right. If I can get a minute, I'll be happy. You know, because
I love these things because it doesn't cost you anything. You know, it's like. I wanted to buy one of those like Mirza pools, you know, like where it keeps it ice temperature all the time and stuff like that. So
how much would that be just for?
There's no place in Japan for outside.
How much do they cost in the States?
I don't know, like maybe $30,000. So I don't know.
Oh, fucking A.
Dude, LeBron James, those guys, they spend a lot of money on shit. So I mean, it's all about recovery. But seriously, you just gotta. Just do what you can, you know. So it'll be good.
So outside of resolutions, is there anything you'd like to accomplish next year, or like a goal weight you want to shoot for? Or?
I think for me, I have a couple of numbers that I'm chasing. Like, I want that 250 or 260 kilogram deadlift. So I'm gonna chase that, and I want to squat 4 plates, 4 reps, like that. I want a nice. Like deep squat, you know. I would like to work on my Olympic weightlifting, so I'm trying to work my flexibility and stuff like that. It's not going very well at all. So,
what about outside fitness? What about with like Hannah? Anything?
I think I'm gonna start talking to her more in English. Like, when I speak to my daughter, I talk to her in Japanese and stuff. So, I thought about like if she went back home, like if we went to visit Lily and she saw her cousin, she might have a little bit of trouble like communicating. So I might have to start talking to her more in English, and not watching as much TV. Like I use it as a way for me to relax and a crutch. So I
didn't think you watched that much in general.
With Hannah, yeah, I watch a lot of TV.
Oh yeah. She watches a lot of TV. We listen to a lot of it. Oh, that's cool. All right. Anything else fitness wise before we move on to fat hacks?
No. My fitness goals are really, really simple. Like,
you noticed that was the same thing I did. Like, I didn't put, anything crazy. Like, I want a 6-pack at the end of next year, anything like that.
Yeah, I focused on aesthetics last time. I wanted to look a certain way. This next, I still have my whole like training blocked. So. It's already like planned out what I'm going to do. I just gotta sit down, execute it, and then maybe, depending if I want to look leaner or not leaner, I'll just figure it out. But I have a whole bunch of like Reese's peanut butter cups to eat, and like I eat
36 of them.
I eat donuts every day. In fact, I ate like 13 donuts today and stuff like. So I don't know.
Whatever I ate here was all I had to eat today.
Yeah. So and that dip was not very low calorie. So yeah.
Grace made some spinach dip that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Shall we hop in the fat hacks?
Yeah. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
Hi.
As you you guys can see part of her head. She just got out the shower. Okay, good. She didn't have to censor that. Butt naked baby walking around with her teddy bear.
Yep. So for fat hacks this time, I wanted to talk to people because like right now everyone's in that mode to lose weight and stuff like that, right? So last time we talked about like structuring your diet and getting your macros all in line and getting that stuff. So the hard part is making sure you're staying accountable, right? So I'd recommend if you want to lose weight, throw your before picture online. Like, just put it out there, man. Like, tell people you're gonna do this. Like, if you're the type of person that needs to, to be held accountable, you need to actually start telling people about what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to do and stuff, right? And I'm not really a big fan of like telling people to buy supplements or whatever, but I totally believe in what we call the placebo effect, right? So when you buy something, you spend a good chunk of change or something, whether the supplements work or not, if you believe they work, it's going to work. It's called the placebo effect. And most medicines actually work because you think they work. They did actually a study where a couple of doctors opened up someone's knee and they didn't even touch anything, but they actually cut the knee open and they told them they worked on it. And just because they did that, the body healed itself. So it's super interesting and stuff. I'm oversimplifying the study, but I'm just letting you know that this placebo effect is super, super, like,
the mind is a powerful thing.
Yes. And the opposite of that's the nocebo. Nocebo is like when you're like eating shit food, or you're like, oh man, if I do this, it's really bad for me. The more you focus on it, the more you're going to actually cause harm and stuff like that to your body. Like, so you just got to let it go, like sometimes you're not going to be able to eat when you need to eat, or you're not going to be able to eat the perfect amount of food, or like you're going to go off your diet sometimes, right? So you just got to learn how to relax and go with it,
I never heard that term before, nocebo. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. So
I do that a lot. If I have like a cheat meal or something, I'll be like, fuck.
It's like, like some people know that trans fatty acids are really bad for your body and can cause cancer and stuff like that. If you focus on those things, you could actually cause big problems.
Yeah. Oh man, I never thought about that. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, if the mind has the power to heal itself, it probably has the power to hurt itself.
Yeah, definitely, man. So,
Jesus Christ. she just ran butt naked behind us in the video.
I don't think anyone saw it.
No, it doesn't matter. It was a side view. I can see it. I will say, if you're going to make resolutions this year, you don't need anything impossible. Make something that you really can achieve, and if you achieve it, go from there. Like no one says you can't extend your goals or, edit them, once you hit a certain point. And I know there's people who are like aim for the sun and hit the moon kind of stuff. But in fitness, I feel like it's aim for the sun and hit like the front door because it's just easier to give up with that stuff.
Well, yeah, and you don't want to burn yourself out, right? So the human body, as strong as it is and as much as you can actually like accomplish and stuff like that, you have to understand that you are dealing with a system and a time where you are constantly under stress, right? So if you're throwing your cold therapy, your hot therapy, your weight training, and you're doing everything that you can, you might be throwing a little bit too much on your body and stuff like that. So listen to your body, man. So like if your programming has you super sore, like where you can't move the next day, you probably went a little too hard. You want to be able to like train at the appropriate level of what you need. You got to find the like the tortoise and the hare, right? So that's a really, really good like analogy. That the tortoise always wins. So
takes time, gets there when he gets there.
Well, just the goal is really like they always say, like it's not a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It in a way it's really, really true. Like you can try to get there as fast as possible, but let's say like you're gonna go, you got to get someplace, but then like the only way to get there is through a forest and you might die. You could save yourself 30 minutes going through the forest, or you could actually like pay a little bit money and take a cab, and it takes you like an extra hour, but you'll get there.
In one piece.
Yep. Alive.
All
Is it
right.
really worth it? So I don't know.
Anything else you want to get before you? Yeah.
Hi. Say hi, Hannah. Say hi. Hi.
And she's
Okay.
waving. Hey.
Hi, baby. Yeah. So just enjoy the holidays, people. You know, like don't worry so much about those little details. You know, but
I mean,
you could, and to the opposite of that, you got to put in a little bit of work, right? So it depends who I'm speaking to. Like there's some people who fucking always make the excuse like, oh man, my I think I hurt my leg. No, your legs are just sore, dude. Just
oh, we have such a vast array of people who listen to us. So for those of you working too hard, calm down. And for those of you who ain't working hard enough, get the fuck up.
I mean, it really, man, the best advice if you really want to get to your goals is hire a coach. Like, yeah. I mean, if you are interested in that kind of sort of thing, you know, like if you can't hire a physical coach because you live in a remote area or whatever, hire an online coach. You know, like I think I do online coaching, so you can contact me and I'll give you as much help as I can. But if you're really serious, you'll probably get yourself a coach. It depends how bad you want it.
And post your picture online.
No, seriously, if you do that, no one wants to have that as their memory. You know?
There's no way I'd post that before doing my thing. Like I can't. Like if anything happens, if my legs get chopped off, I'll have to know that, you know, there's fucking Jabba the Hutt picture of me just on the internet.
that just will motivate me to actually put that after picture though.
But
like,
I mean, I've never seen you post a picture of the billions of before pictures you have until after you've done stuff though.
Oh, I posted a before picture before.
Oh God, see, I'd be mad because, you know, if I did like a video blog on that shit, that's the first video we'd have that would hit 1 million. It's like, oh, fat fuck's talking about fitness. Do you know what the fuck does he know?
No, our podcast is about fat people though. So,
oh God, I don't know. If we get like 10,000 views, I'll post it. I'll do that. Fuck that.
just don't be fat anymore. Just fucking.
Just don't be fat. Just turn it off, bro. Oh no, I mean, I don't know. It's scary because if you don't do it, it's out there forever.
Yeah, and you don't want to be known as that person that doesn't do what they say. So
shit, they had.
Grace always talks to me about that shit. Don't be that person. I'm like,
I mean, we were talking about the hard working in Hollywood and stuff too. You know, you just got to work hard, and that's the one thing that I don't know, man. I get it.
This whole thing, working hard is not just about like effort, right? Like you gotta actually plan out your shit. Like it takes discipline. It takes, for me, fucking, if I really just wanted to do what I wanted to do, I would just fucking grind myself into the floor every single day. Like I would train like a maniac and just like go hard every day. Just it wouldn't get me to where I wanted to go. So just probably injure myself, cause a lot more pain or those kinds of things. Like I've done it. I mean, I did the whole like 6 days, 2 times a day kind of thing. It's addicting because you get results in the beginning, but it's no way you can sustain that kind of output, man. It's just
especially once your body adjusts.
Well, just you can't recover.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll think about posting my fat picture, but I won't do it. Anything else before we move on?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, just a couple of small things today. John Madden, he passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro.
Yeah, 85. Only reason I know who that guy is because of the video game. And I remember playing that back on Sega and Super Nintendo. And maybe Nintendo. I don't know if he had it, Madden football game on Nintendo, but yeah, fucking nuts, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man has hit 1 billion, over 1 billion.
No Way Home?
Yep. And
have you seen it yet?
It's not out here until the 7th.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm trying. I'm still good, like not looking at spoilers or anything. But apparently,
that's really weird because usually they're first in Japan, right? So. Yeah,
well, because it's Sony.
So that gets weird that they didn't do it though.
Well, unless it was decided by Japan what day they wanted to release it, because Japan after New Year's is bigger. Like, you know, we have the first day of the year, January 1st is like when all the big sales happen. Like it's usually like sales all week. Yeah,
Apple never has a sale until that day. It's really weird.
Yeah, and I think New Year's Eve is the only day Apple's closed during the year, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
But So I think it could have just been Japan's marketing. But it really sucks for me because I'm having to dodge spoilers left and right. But apparently Target or somebody sold some socks, and on the socks, the picture of the Spider-Man socks were like big ass spoilers. So I was like, woohoo! I'm glad I didn't see that shit. But I'm really excited. Like, everyone is talking about like how great and shit it is and all that stuff. Fucking random thing. When we were talking about money, how you were saying, those influencers are making like $50K a day and stuff. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm hearing it too. So
That's all right. We're almost done. I saw a court clip of ex-wife and ex-husband going to court, and the husband is a teacher making $50K. The wife is a realtor making $150K, and they have 3 kids, and basically she's paying him alimony.
okay, hold on 1 second. So we're back, but I'm not back.
You're not back? Oh, he's going away. Yeah, either way, I was just laughing because it was a video about paying alimony, and the wife was bragging about, I make $150K and blah, blah, blah. And she was only paying like $400 a month for 2 kids. And, they wound up changing it to like $2,200 a month. But yeah, we all just, these young people don't understand the value of money because they come out the gate making, fucking 6 figures and shit. And yeah, influencers, professional athletes and stuff. Like, when you're a kid and you get all that money, it's hard to know what to do and how to use it and how to invest. And I mean, that's what we were talking about last week, how they're having to have seminars for players to, not fall in love with any girl they meet on Instagram and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. It was a random story. Our camera almost made it to the end, but this little baby does not say shit before we set this stuff up. Oh my God. It drives me nuts. We sat here for 30 minutes, 40 minutes preparing. She didn't even look at us. As soon as we start talking, all of a sudden,
she loves the camera.
Oh, yeah, there it is. She's going to have a cell phone next year. But no, either way, everybody have a very happy new year. Stay safe, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Yeah, happy new year, guys.
All right, love y'all. Peace.